Hello everyone and welcome to today's assembly. Now I hope you've had a really good week and no doubt probably a very busy week last week, getting used to all the different ways that we are working and all the remote learning things that we are doing. And it's been a real great pleasure to see a lot of the different things that you've already been sending in, that some of your class teachers have already been sending to me. So please do keep that up. I know this is a big change for everyone, but I know you're working really hard to do as much as you can. So I just wanted to say, keep that up. Um, Now today we're going to have a bit of a whole school assembly as we did last week. And this is going to be on the same topic that we were looking at in the previous week. I wonder if you can take a moment, just have a bit of a think. What was the value we were looking at last week? Can you think? Okay, maybe you've already got the answer, but the thing that we were looking at last week was something called forgiveness. And it's something that we're going to continue to explore in our session today because it is a very important value. And it's sometimes quite a hard skill for us to actually achieve, as we discussed last time. Right, if you can bear with me for a moment while I share my screen, because I've got a few things I'd like to show you. Okay, hopefully you can all see that. Right, so carrying on with forgiveness. Let's see what we've got. Ooh. Bear with me for a moment, just while we get our slides working. Aha, here we go, perfect. Okay, so the first thing I would like to show you, because this links to a little bit of a thing we're going to be doing later. I've got two pictures there. What can you see? How would you describe these two creatures? Maybe you know their names. They look quite similar, but they are quite different as well. Give you a moment to think about what they are. Okay, let's come back together. Right, so on the left-hand side there, we have a bee. And a bee is there looking for some nectar in one of those flowers. And then we also have a wasp on the other side as well. Now, they've got a lot of things which are quite similar. Can you think of anything that's similar about these two creatures? Take a moment, let someone in the room know. Okay, maybe one of the things that you could have said is perhaps the colours. We've got some blacks and some yellows there. They both also have things like antenna. They have kind of like similar legs. They both have wings. They're probably also pretty similar in size as well. Can you think of anything that's different about them? Take a moment. Maybe tell someone in the room. Okay. Maybe what you can see as a difference between is the kind of different way these creatures kind of look. The wasp, I would say, in many ways looks quite smoother, whilst the bee looks quite furry in lots and lots of different ways. So I've got a couple of different things which I've listed here. Maybe you've got some of these answers as well. So bees tend to be fuzzier with fuller bodies. Wasps tend to be thinner with thinner legs. Wasps tend to appear shinier as well, maybe because of they have less fuzz on them. Bees are called pollinators. They only eat plant pollen and nectar as well, which is what that bee was doing there. Wasps are called predators because they eat other insects. Bees are less aggressive than wasps. Some bees, honeybees, die soon after they have stung someone. Wasps live in papery nests made up of chewed up wood and saliva. Bees live in hives made from wax. And when in flight, a bee's legs are not visible at all, whereas wasps have two thin legs that are visible when they fly. Lots and lots of different facts there. Maybe there are some there that you knew and maybe there's some that you didn't. But there's quite a lot of different similarities as well as lots of differences between those two. That links to a little bit of a story I'm going to quickly tell you now. And as I'm telling this story, I want you to go back to think about that value that we're looking at. What was that value? Can you remember? Talked about it at the beginning. Begins with an F. That's right, it's forgiveness. Okay, so as we're going through the story, just have that in your mind and think, well, where is the forgiveness in this story? One day, a little boy was sitting on a park bench. He was obviously in pain. His eyes were all screwed up and tears were pouring down his face. Under his breath, he was muttering, "Ouch, it hurts, ow." A woman who was walking past came to sit with him and asked gently, "Well, what's the matter?" And the boy answered between his gritted teeth, "I'm sitting on a wasp." The woman looked rather puzzled and asked, "Well, why don't you get up?" Clenching his teeth, the boy replied, "Because I figure if I stay here, I'm hurting the wasp more than the wasp is hurting me." And there's our little story. Now, as you're thinking about that, you're probably thinking back to what I asked earlier. Where is the forgiveness in the story? That might actually be the point here. Maybe what you might want to think about right now is there an opportunity that was perhaps missed for someone to forgive one another? Because in this story, I think it was an example of unforgiveness. And it's when sometimes, and this has happened to lots and lots of people, when we're given an opportunity to forgive somebody else, but we choose not to, and we choose to maybe do something that is perhaps not very nice because that's what we think is the right thing to do, because maybe our feelings are hurt, maybe we're not feeling very, very great. And in that instance, you're choosing not to forgive somebody and you're showing unforgiveness. And to go back, it's like when you hold a grudge or you're feeling angry towards someone who has done something to us. And it can sometimes hurt us more than it hurts a person who did something wrong. And in the story, the boy could have gotten off the bench, and over time, the pain would have gone away. However, he continued to sit on the wasp, and the wasp continued to sting him. So unforgiveness sometimes isn't very helpful. Sometimes it can make a situation a lot worse. Sometimes it cannot give us the satisfaction or the conclusion that we wanted in a situation. And sometimes, like I said, we can get hurt by that. And as I kind of mentioned there, if the boy was able to forgive that wasp and to just leave, well, yeah, it might have hurt for a little bit, but that pain would have gone away. But it's time to reflect now. Maybe you think about your own life. Can you think about a time when not forgiving someone could hurt you? It could be something at home, it could be something at school, break time, lunchtime, perhaps you fall out with a friend. An example could be, maybe you do fall out with a friend. Maybe they've done something that you disagree with on the playground. And you think that the thing to do here is not forgive them, it's to show unforgiveness. And because of that, you decide you're not going to play with them anymore. But then maybe the next break or lunchtime, you see them playing, having fun, and perhaps you're finding it harder to find somebody to play with. Well, actually, in that situation, perhaps the best thing to do was to forgive them so you can continue to play with the people that you want to. Unforgiveness often hurts the people who will not forgive more than the people who did something wrong in the first place, as we've said. So, a couple of questions just to leave you with before we end today's assembly. But has anyone done something to annoy or to hurt us? Do we still have a grudge against someone even after a long period of time? Do we need to remember the story that we heard about the boy and the wasp? Do we need to stop sitting on our unforgiveness and nursing our anger? And do we maybe need to forgive instead? Okay, I'm going to stop sharing now. So I hope that gives you something to think about. And do remember, our value for this half term is forgiveness. So if you perhaps are in a situation where you feel like you could forgive somebody, give it a try. It might actually help you in the long run. Right, I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you enjoy lots and lots of your lessons and keep sending your work in. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.